We're on.
Okay. What our Steve is. You know, he lives here. He's usually on time in his own house.
Man, Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Steve, I'm sorry, man.
I'm glad you can make it.
Well, I'll explain in a minute. Hey, I'm Steve.
I'm Steve.
And we're two old dudes named Steve. Okay, look, this daylight savings time thing, this has got to stop. I mean, this messes me up twice a year. Two times a year I get messed up on this.
You're only late twice a year?
Well, early or late or something.
Okay.
Just depends on what's going on. Well, I got to thinking about it, though. Have you ever looked into the history of how we keep time and why we do what we do?
Time. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not as well as you, though, because you're the...
Well, I mean, when I was running late, I was like, well, I grabbed this off the printer and I thought, well, this is interesting. Originally, time used to be a local affair.
Yeah.
I mean, every locality or every farmer or whatever, they kept their own time.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of what you said on our early episode about science. But you forgot one thing. If you're keeping solar time, that's 12 noon.
It's 12 noon.
Yep, there it is.
That's it. That's the apex.
That's it, so the sun rises.
It's in the middle during the day.
That's right.
And then it goes down at night.
That's it. And occasionally the moon, et cetera, et cetera.
Moon, stars, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the farmers have been doing this for years, haven't they?
Farmers have always been good timekeepers based upon the sun.
And the animals understand that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So here's the interesting thing. So where it gets complicated is towns and communities started deciding, well, we want everybody on the same time. Well, I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you're doing an event, you want everybody there at a certain time. So, so they would come up with a clock, and it might be in a jewelry store. A lot of them, they would put it in the steeple of the church.
Yes. Yeah.
If only Chiggers Smith knew about that one.
That's one thing they always regretted.
Yes.
Was they didn't think about the clocks in the steeples.
Right.
First.
Right.
So they could have gotten a patent on it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and of course, the clocks are great until lightning strikes it, and then we have to go back to the future to fix the time.
Well, yeah, that, and it's only correct twice a day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of my clock up on the wall up there. It's, that's, there it is. Well, then technology comes along. The railroads come along. And chaos is beginning to set in because everybody's doing their own thing time-wise. So the railroads in the United States and Canada got together and they created standard time and time zones. So from here to here, 12 o'clock occurs at this point, all the way through this zone and so forth and so on. Well, that sounds great.
Well, yeah, because the only way conductors can keep trains on time.
That's right. And
they're all pretty standard with their time.
And the railroad has to keep it on time. So our good Congress couldn't pass an opportunity to mess this up because the railroads had it figured out. So in 1918, they created the Standard Times Act. Okay, that in itself is not bad, but you know what they threw in there? Daylight savings time for the first time.
Yeah.
Now, who the hell came up with daylight savings time? Do you know? And I don't think it was a Smith.
No, there's no Smith going to take claim for this.
Okay, so...
Because as we can see the mess it made, they stayed away from those type things on purpose.
So who did come up with daylight savings time?
Actually, I think there was a satire written by who else? Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. I started a joke,
yeah.
And the whole world's crying now.
Just like the Bee Gees. He started a joke. And had he known that, wow, we've always said that satire sometimes imitates life better than life itself.
Right.
I said that. I didn't read that.
No.
And it really does if you think about it.
Well, that's insane. Well, apparently they started daylight savings time. They're like, this sounds interesting. We should do something with this. I don't know why in heaven's name they would do that, but they did it during the war because it helped save energy.
Yes.
And then, of course, it comes back again in 1966, the Uniform Time Act. And once again, we're trying to save fuel, we're trying to save energy, and here's daylight savings time, and here we are today.
Here we are.
And twice a year, all of us groan and moan, and meanwhile, the roosters still crow at the same time, no matter what the clock says.
The roosters crow, and that there was a friend of mine, and he lived in the city, and he decided he wanted to learn more about farming because he figured out that's where his food came from in most cases.
Congratulations.
And so he went and stayed at a farm, and it was during daylight savings time, and the roosters started crowing at 4 in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
And when he got up, he complained to the farmer. And the farmer said, well, the roosters know what time it is. We don't. And I was relaying that story to a friend of mine, and about a week later, he called me up laughing. He's laughing. I go, what are you laughing at? He goes, I just caught on to that joke. I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that. It's about time. Now, I can also tell you one other thing. I know because when daylight savings time comes around, my dog is still hungry, whether it's 3:30 or 4:30.
Yes.
His stomach says, it's dinner.
Right.
Now. And it takes me time to,
Well, I mean, I hate it from my perspective is I'm retired and I don't need to get up at a specific time every day. And so I'm still waking up at the same time, it doesn't matter whether it's standard time or daylight savings time or whatever. Do you know we almost got rid of daylight savings time?
Boy, that would be a blessing, wouldn't it?
I
think.
And apparently I'll find it here for a second. It was in 2022 or somewhere in there. The Senate, amazingly enough, by a bipartisan vote, 90%, I think is what I heard, passed a bill to do away with daylight savings time. Now, the only thing that, and we could debate one side or the other. They wanted to stay on daylight savings time,
right.
as opposed to us going back to natural time, which our clocks and our animals and everything are used to. But that's all right. They passed it. Of course, the House, who, couldn't get 2 cars in the right order for a funeral, never took it up. And so here we are today. We've done daylight savings time again, and we look forward to it again. We get to spring forward in the spring, and we get to fall back in the fall.
Right.
And it is, and so the rhythm of the world is out of kilter again, thanks to the United States Congress. Do you have anything to add to that, sir?
God bless you, one and all.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm Steve.
I'm Steve.
And we're 2 old dudes named Steve. Okay, so, does your clock say the same as mine?
Mine says 2 freckles past 1 hair.
Well, that's what I got,
and
too.
And that's pretty constant.
It
never changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the sun's going to go down this afternoon, too.
At the same time. At the same time every year at the same time.
Yeah.
There you go.
As long as the beer's cold.
Yeah. I want a beer. I'm ready for a beer.